Imagine this. You're barely 19 years old, and instead of worrying about college or your first job, you're standing on a beach halfway across the world, bullets slicing through the air, wondering if you'll live to see tomorrow. This was the reality for millions of soldiers in World War II. But what did daily life really look like for them? Beyond the gunfire, beyond the history books, what was it actually like to be a soldier in the largest war in human history? Let's find out. Welcome back to Beyond History. If you love gripping stories of the past that make history feel alive, hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what comes next. Now, when we think of World War II soldiers, we picture epic battles, D-Day landings, tanks rolling through ruined cities, or dogfights in the skies. And yes, those moments defined the war. But the truth? Most of a soldier's life wasn't cinematic glory. It was long marches, sleepless nights, and an endless fight against boredom, hunger, and fear. Picture this. You wake up not in a bed, but in a damp foxhole. The ground is cold, the air stinks of mud and smoke, and rats scurry nearby. Breakfast? If you're lucky, it's a tin of Spam or powdered eggs. Soldiers joked about the rations, calling them meals rejected by the enemy. Sounds rough? It gets worse. Hygiene was almost non-existent. Many soldiers went weeks without a proper bath. Clothes were dirty, boots soaked through, and lice. Yeah, lice were a constant companion. It wasn't just the enemy they had to fight. It was disease, infection, and exhaustion. And then, without warning, the quiet shatters. Mortar fire, screams, orders barked through the chaos. In an instant, you're grabbing your rifle, adrenaline surging. That foxhole you cursed 5 minutes ago, now it's the only thing keeping you alive. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Survival wasn't just about combat. It was about holding on to your humanity in the middle of hell. So, how did they do it? Letters. Soldiers lived for mail call. A simple envelope from home could mean more than food or sleep. Love letters, family updates, even a scribbled joke, those small pieces of normal life kept men going. Friendship, too, was everything. Soldiers became brothers, bound by experiences no outsider could ever understand. They shared cigarettes, stories, and the kind of trust that only comes when your life literally depends on the guy next to you. But wait, here's the twist. Not every day was blood and gunfire. Sometimes there were moments of strange normalcy. Soldiers played cards, wrote in journals, or sang songs to pass the time. In Italy, some even traded with locals for fresh food. War wasn't just death, it was these bizarre pockets of life squeezed in between. Still, every soldier lived with the same haunting thought. Will I make it home? Every march into battle could be the last, and even if they did make it, many returned forever changed, haunted by what they'd seen, carrying invisible scars the world couldn't see. So, what was life like for a World War II soldier? It was fear and courage, misery and laughter, chaos and silence. It was a life balanced between survival and sacrifice. The history books give us battles and strategies, but the real story? It's in the mud-caked boots, the crumpled love letters, and the faces of boys who became men too soon. If this glimpse into the life of a World War II soldier moved you, imagine the thousands of untold stories still out there. Make sure you subscribe to Beyond History for more journeys into the past that bring history back to life. And hey, drop a comment. If you were a soldier back then, what would you miss most from home?